It's the final minutes at a Mavs basketball game. Coach Cross turns and points to one of his players to enter the game. The crowd at the College Park Center is instantly energized and his teammates rise to their feet. And then the band starts to chant. That player is Scott Muirhead, and this is the legend of Bill. Here in the stands of Allen Sachs Field is where many parents and siblings alike cheer on the UTA softball team, supporting their favorite athlete through a 7-inning nail-biter or the dog days of summer. But what happens when your biggest fan sits on the same bench as you? This is the case for teammates and sisters, Sandra and Melanie Mendoza. Sometimes in sports, jersey numbers are retired and hung high in the rafters as the ultimate sign of respect to a player's legacy. But Mavs starting guard Kaylin Wilson salutes a former teammate's legacy a little differently, by wearing the number 5 in tribute to Deion Jackson Houston, who passed away in a train accident in 2010. When head coach Krista Gerlich took over the Lady Mavs basketball program in 2013, she inherited a team that only won 4 games that season. Since then, Coach Gerlich and her staff have transformed the Lady Mavs into perennial contenders in the Sun Belt Conference and set a blueprint for success here at UTA. 2017 was a bounce-back year for catcher Will Olson. After receiving Tommy John surgery mid-season 2016, Olson had a long road to recovery in which he credits his coaches, teammates, and family before he made it back to playing the sport that he loved. As a big man, 7-footer Link Kabajundi plays an important role on the Mavs team. But off the court, he has a lot more to offer than just his size. Long before Shelby Richards became the starting guard for the UTA Lady Mavericks, she was honing her craft in her family court back in Utah. Shelby was adopted into a family of 12 brothers and sisters who all had a passion for basketball. Rebecca Van Dyke has etched her name here in the UTA record books by being the first women's basketball player to reach 1,000 points and 1,000 rebounds. Rebecca gives credit to her coaches and teammates she's had along the years.
To be the first one to achieve 1,000 points and 1,000 rebounds, it's really exciting, but also like a little overwhelming. It's kind of hard to grasp sometimes, you know. I never thought like that would be something I would accomplish here, you know, or anything. Didn't even know it was really possible, you know. I just came here and expected to work hard, you know, try my best, do what I needed to do. And so just to get this accomplishment is really exciting for me. Having just coaches and sisters or teammates that believe in you is just a big thing. You just don't accomplish things like this without them. And so just having them believe in you and just support you in everything, like even outside of basketball, to me is very important, you know, because they don't care about me just as a basketball player, but as like a woman or just as a friend or sister. And so I think for everyone that's important, but especially me. Last year, I got my 1,000 points on my dad's birthday, which is January 12th, and so that was really exciting for me. I didn't even think about my dad's birthday really until after the game because I knew it would maybe take me out of my focus, you know, and I just needed to be focused for the game. And so just to achieve the 1,000 points last year on his birthday and the 1,000 rebounds the day after just kind of shows that he's looking out for me up there, you know, and he would have been really proud. And his favorite thing was to watch us kids play basketball. So to me, it's just exciting, and it just shows that him and God are just watching out for me up there. Just leaving your legacy anywhere you go and anything you do, I think is important to everyone, you know, and so getting to do it here at UTA and more than just basketball, you know, people will forget the stats and all that one day, but they'll see who you are as a person and how you treated them and treated others and helped others. And so to me, that's really important to do that, you know, and treat everyone how you want to be treated.
It's the final minutes at a Mavs basketball game. Coach Cross turns and points to one of his players to enter the game. The crowd at the College Park Center is instantly energized and his teammates rise to their feet. And then the band starts to chant. That player is Scott Muirhead, and this is the legend of Bill.
After one of our scrimmages my freshman year, the whole team, we went to Whataburger, and while we were ordering, the lady was taking our names, and Coach Cross gave him his name, which is Scott, and then I was next, and I gave him my name, which is Scott, and they said that they needed another name, so Kennedy told me to give them Bill, and I actually went to the restroom, and when I came out over the intercom, they were calling Bill, and we were the only people in the restaurant, so everyone was looking, who is this Bill, who is this Bill? So I went up and I grabbed the bag, and since then, everyone has called me Bill. Yeah, the band is definitely my favorite people. We're friends. They're not just, I guess, fans, you know, like they're my friends. I see them every day in class, and we go out to eat every once in a while, and so I'm close with them, and I like them and they like me. So the biggest story of Bill would be when we're on the road and like the other team's fans actually call me Bill, like at BYU and last year at, I think it was Arkansas State, they were chanting Bill. I give everyone on the team a nickname. Each and every person has their own individual nickname. Kevin Hervinsky, like Nowinski, Dirk Nowinski, I gave him Hervinsky. Nate is Nathaniel. Let's see, Nils, Niller Time. Let me see, who else? Pedro, I call him Dro. Eric Neal, I always call him E2 Saucy. Oh, Linkage. DJ, Deejmeister. But I know I have one for everybody. I don't know, it just comes out of me, but I call him that every day.
Here in the stands of Allen Sachs Field is where many parents and siblings alike cheer on the UTA softball team, supporting their favorite athlete through a 7-inning nail-biter or the dog days of summer. But what happens when your biggest fan sits on the same bench as you? This is the case for teammates and sisters, Sandra and Melanie Mendoza.
We've always competed, we've always push each other to our limits. Like if I know that she can do better than what she did, I'll tell her, you need to do better than that. Like you know you can do better than that. And if she sees that in me, then she'll tell me the same thing. So it's kind of like a, yes, we compete, but we're also like really good teammates to each other and good friends to each other.
She's just a more outspoken competitive. I'm more of kind of to myself competitive, and she's more of like, she's gonna talk to you and be like, oh, I'm gonna beat you, or I'm gonna win, I don't care, like, you know, and I'm just more to myself. I kind of talk in my head, you know.
Yeah, because I know if I tell her I'm gonna beat you, then she thinks that I'm gonna beat her.
No.
Ever since I was little, I've always looked up to her because of the person that she was and how hardworking she is. She's always been a spark plug and a leader and a competitor, and that's something that I've always loved about her. The chance to get to play with her again, I knew it was something that a lot of other softball players don't get to have, so that's something that I wanted to kind of take advantage of.
Me and Mel, we're so alike, but we're also so different. Like I'm more of like the fun, more loud and more outspoken, and she's more kind of like the inner, quiet, more. She knows, like she'll listen to everything that you say and she'll know exactly what's going on all the time. And she has such great morals and she has a really hard, really good work ethic, so I've never really had to worry about her in that kind of sense. But of course I'm gonna be watching over her as my sister. I'm always gonna watch over her.
I knew that I was going to have my sister here with me, and I didn't have to worry about ever being homesick or not having a friend on the team because I always knew that my sister was going to be there for me.
And one time they thought she was older, so I thought I was really cool.
And why? Because
I looked younger.
no, because she acts younger.
No!
She does.
Sometimes in sports, jersey numbers are retired and hung high in the rafters as the ultimate sign of respect to a player's legacy. But Mavs starting guard Kaylin Wilson salutes a former teammate's legacy a little differently. By wearing the number 5 in tribute to Deion Jackson Houston, who passed away in a train accident in 2010.
I started to wear the number 5 when I first stepped on campus, and I noticed that Drew had my high school number, which is number 4. And I was trying to find a number wear, and I just thought about it, and I was like, I did just come from this AU team called DJ H5. And the owner's son had passed away in a train wreck, so that was a great way for me to honor him and honor everything that he did for me, and just, he really helped me get to college and on basketball scholarship here at UTA, so that was a great way for me to honor him. The impact has been huge. I don't see myself where I am today without them. He helped me get to college. He pushed my name out to coaches, and that's why I hold a special place in my heart.
Kaylin Wilson is set to graduate this coming May, but junior Edric Dennis plans to continue on the legacy of Deion Jackson Houston by wearing number 5.
It was extremely unfortunate how it went down and what happened, so you know, we kind of try to keep it living and try to keep him here in spirit, you know. Definitely more than a number to me, because even though like after he passed away, he gave a lot of players opportunities to be someone and to get scholarships. So the program that was built from him and his name, he really lived on and helped us out a lot. And I knew him when I was younger, and you know, used to look up to him. He received offers from like SMU, Baylor, Bradley, San Diego State. So he had schools. He was a top player. And when it happened, it was just so sudden. So a lot of people really took it hard. And his father took it on to start an organization and brought all the younger guys that looked up to him together and gave us an opportunity. So Deion Jackson Houston gave me an opportunity to play Division I basketball and be where I am now. So it's really more than just a number, because he played hard. And that's what I want to do here at the University of Texas at Arlington. I want to play hard just like he did.
he's leading on another legacy, and he's not even in this world right now. So he went from Duncanville to the legacy of the AAU team, and now it's like he's having a second legacy at UTA through me and through Ed, so that's just huge.
When head coach Krista Gerlich took over the Lady Mavs basketball program in 2013, she inherited a team that only won 4 games that season. Since then, Coach Gerlich and her staff have transformed the Lady Mavs into perennial contenders in the Sun Belt Conference and set a blueprint for success here at UTA.
Well, I feel very blessed to have the staff that I have. Coach Cole came with me from West Texas A&M, and I think just her, passion for the game and her organization, she just brings a wealth of experience and knowledge.
What we've been able to do here is something special. To come in here and take a program in our first year that won only 4 games was a really, really hard year for us, but the way we did it and working under Coach Gerlich's leadership has been really special, watching the process.
Extremely blessed to be at a university and to be coaching alongside of Coach Gerlich and this staff, and great leadership that she has for us and our kids has been a real blessing.
I think Coach Justice brings another type of passion to our team and just brings a godly, fatherly figure to our girls that has been amazing for them. The knowledge that he has on the court, X's and O's wise, and it's something that I lean on a lot. Coach AC, can't say enough about her and her zest for life and her joy that she brings our staff. I think she loves to recruit, and she's so good at her position as being a recruiting coordinator.
I talked about it a lot, about enjoying the journey. When we first got here, it was tough, but the one thing is those girls really bought in. It didn't always show on the win-loss column, but we definitely saw changes in their lives.
It's an extreme blessing just to be a part of it. I played for Coach Gerlich, and so for her to be able to bring me in as a coach and just see that leadership in me, it was a huge thing when I got the call and she wanted to bring me onto her staff. And then I just got to know the staff through my 2 years here, and we are a family.
Jordan, I was blessed to coach Jordan as a player, so to have her on my staff now it's just been a treat, and I think that she has really grown into just a great Division I basketball coach, and we just care about one another, so it's really has made for a great working environment and an even better staff that works so hard to reach the same vision that we all have.
2017 was a bounce-back year for catcher Will Olson. After receiving Tommy John surgery mid-season 2016, Olson had a long road to recovery, in which he credits his coaches, teammates, and family before he made it back to playing the sport that he loved.
Yeah, when I found out I had Tommy John, it was tough. I wouldn't wish that pain on anyone else. I think that's the last. I'm not a big crier, and I think that's the last time I cried since then. Since 2016 was when they told me about I was going to have to go through surgery and all that stuff. And I mean, I had been playing baseball my whole life, and I was like, wow, now I have to go a whole year of not having something that I love, but still having to watch my friends and my teammates go out there and get to do what I love, and I have to sit there and just watch. It was tough, but I knew I was going to get through it, though. I had support from my team, my coaches, and primarily my family, who really helped me get through it. And I knew it was going to be hard, but I definitely think it made me to a better person that I am today.
I think he did everything you could possibly do. I mean, you can look at it one of two ways. You can either pout about it and go, man, poor me, or you can go, all right, the bright side is I got surgery early enough that I'm going to miss 1 year, not a year and a half or not 2 years. And he worked his tail off. He did everything the doctor told him to do, and everything he could control, he did. And then when he came back last year, he was in better shape. He didn't just use the year to get over an injury, he used the year to improve his game.
I knew sitting on that bench that, next year is going to be my time. I'm going to work, and I'm going to work as hard as anyone's ever worked to get back to where I want to be and be able to play to my potential. Going through that year, I really matured as a man, I feel like. I saw that, I can lead this team. I can lead this group of guys, and that's what I wanted to go out and do. The coaching staff's really shaped the way I see the game, and the way I see that you're gonna work for whatever you get. They're not gonna just play someone based on hype or anything like that. They're gonna play the guy that gives them the best chance to win, and the only way to do that is to go work, and that's the way I see it. The way I look at things, whether it be baseball or in the classroom or anything with life, is if you want something bad enough, you're gonna work for it.
As a big man, 7-footer Link Kabajundi plays an important role on the Mavs team. But off the court, he has a lot more to offer than just his size.
I've been editing pictures for the longest now. I wasn't that good back then, but I used to just do different stuff and come up with pictures. I love photography. I think that's how it started. So I did a lot of photography back then, kept it up, got better, and then photography kind of got me into doing like graphic design type of stuff. So I love to share it with my team because they love it. They repost it on the ground. They're just like, it kind of keeps them going, fires them up. So that's pretty good. Getting positive feedback on that, just it kind of like allows me to develop new ideas. And I had an internship with the athletics department here, so I love working with like athletes, pictures.
Well, it's just the greatest teammate ever. It's just, how do you not like Link? You know, from a teammate's peer point of view, from a coach's point of view, because he's selfless. I think he's got a perspective of life and after basketball, which sometimes Division I players, you know, we miss out on that. Not that that's a bad thing. It's just I think he would love to play professionally, but I think Link also knows the reality of life, and that sometimes you're going to have to move on and get a job. And he's very talented with his graphic design, and obviously worked in our athletic department on an internship last year. And I think that's what his passion is, and would like to continue to do that. And hopefully we can help him with those endeavors if he doesn't have an opportunity to play professional basketball.
I was born in the Congo, but I grew up in Canada since I was like a little baby. I do speak French fluently, it's my first language. I also speak Lingala from the Congo.
In the paint, dump off, nice pick and roll to Kabajundi, and the big man with a one-hand slam.
Long before Shelby Richards became the starting guard for the UTA Lady Mavericks, she was honing her craft in her family court back in Utah. Shelby was adopted into a family of 12 brothers and sisters who all had a passion for basketball.
So I was born in Sacramento, California. When I was a newborn baby, I got adopted to a family in Salt Lake City, Utah. I was fortunate to become one of 12 siblings. My whole entire family plays basketball, which is awesome. I remember growing up, we used to have a full court basketball in our backyard, and mom and dad built it, you know, put concrete down and everything. We'd always have tournaments. Being able to go to Utah and play, especially having it be my senior year, was just something awesome, because not a lot of my family in these last 4 years has even been able to make it out to games and see me play. I mean, my mom and dad have been able to travel and see a couple games and stuff like that, but just to have the entire crew there, Richard's family, aunts, uncles, my high school coaches were there, and I just had friends. It was just really awesome, because leaving my legacy and like showing that like nothing's going to stop me from reaching my goals, and then just seeing the support of all the people that have helped me along the way come out to that game and give support to me and my team. It was just awesome. My parents are amazing. They've raised me, they've taught me so many like life lessons that I'll use forever, and they've been very open about my adoption since I can remember. To me, I'm like happy with where I am in my life, and I love my parents, and I feel like I've made it somewhere that I've made it to be successful in the things I've wanted to do so far. I mean, everybody goes through their bumps and have setbacks and things that kind of make getting to where you want to be challenging. I'm just very thankful for every opportunity that I've had, and I'm thankful for all of the support that I've had growing up, and I'm so thankful for my mom and dad for encouraging me no matter what it was. My advice for any kid adopted that's gone through some challenging things, because adoption, it's not easy, but don't give up on your dreams. Don't let something that you've been through define you, because nothing's gonna hold you back but yourself.